Therapists, for the love of God, please recognize when you are seeing a male client in your office, please just assume that man is in crisis and has been struggling silently for weeks, months, years, maybe decades. Don't take it lightly. Assume he's minimizing. Assume he's downplaying, as he has been socialized to suck it up, to act like everything's okay. When he tells you he's had some dark thoughts or some rough days, trust that that is the darkest you could imagine, darker than you can imagine. If he's there, he is at the end of a rope. Not everyone will be, but it is safer to assume he is at the end of his rope and you feel like the last line of defense. Listen to what he's saying and listen to what he's not saying.
Would you guys be there for me if I was going through something?
No.
Nope.
Absolutely not.
I hope it sucks whenever you're going through.
I hope it sucks.
What the fuck?
I hope it emotionally scars you for the rest of your life.
I hope you reach out to me so I can ignore you.
I can't wait to go to your funeral knowing that I could have changed that outcome.
And really what's great about this is that you're seeing men literally here in the comments saying, hey man, I used that to book an appointment this literally just this week. Men want the help. It's just that society has made it to where you deem a man so you trash him for not getting help, but then when the man goes to look for help, you won't help him to find it. You won't give it to him. Oh, you going in there? Oh, why would you be doing that? Man up. What do they say? What do they say? Nut up. What is that? I'm going to therapy.
Hey, slow down. All right? Feel your feet on the floor. Wiggle your toes. Wiggle your toe. I'm doing it too. All right? Wiggle those damn toes. Feel your heart. Do it. Don't be stubborn. Feel your heartbeat. Turn towards it. You heard me. Turn towards your heart. How do you feel right now? And what do you need? All right, biggest breath you've taken all day.
All right, man, I'm wiggling my toes. They're wiggling. Leave me alone about it.
So we've all seen those memes. Men would literally rather restore a coal-fired steam engine and then run it unpaid than go to therapy. So I figured, why not test this theory? I asked the internet, would you rather go to therapy or do Bulgarian split squats? I have two things to say about the results. An overwhelming number of people chose Bulgarian split squats. And I need you sickos to know there is no louder declaration of someone needing to go to therapy than that choice. But second, of the people who chose Bulgarian split squats over therapy, there were a ton of women. So this is a call out to the ladies running around, throwing stones in glass houses. I see you. I see you doing your Bulgarian split squat. I see you ghosting your therapist. I'm concerned about all of you. This is me telling you to call your therapist. How do you cope when you feel weak? What do I mean by weak? I'm not even going to explain that. It doesn't matter. This is subjective. A lot of you guys have learned through your life that feeling weak means you're not safe. When we don't feel safe, fight or flight is triggered, and we're going to react in that moment in a way that gets us as quickly and efficiently to a safe place. I've seen men react to this feeling of weakness in a few different ways. Some of you fight. You go into attack mode. This may not always be aggressive, but it may be irritable or it may be critical, either of others or of yourself. It is a wall that goes up and it says, don't touch, this is an electric fence. I know some of you will avoid. You don't want to stay in that feeling of weakness, so you will distract, you will escape, you will scroll, you will drink, you will do what you need to do to get yourself off that feeling and into something else. Even if the something else still feels awful, in your mind, it's better than feeling weak. And I've seen some of you overcompensate. You look for control, you look for dominance, you want to find some sort of achievement or external validation. None of these allow you to turn towards whatever it is you're feeling and truly feel it and understand it. The key here is learning to tolerate that feeling. So you can see, like, what does it mean to feel weak? Does that mean I'm vulnerable? Does it mean I feel sad? Does it mean I'm just feeling some sort of emotion that I've been taught is not a masculine way to feel? You are not less of a man for feeling that way. In my opinion, the weakness is feeling some sort of pain or vulnerability and running from it instead of turning towards it. The true strength is about being able to sit with that vulnerable feeling, turn towards it, and figure out a way through it. Next time you feel weak, I want you to practice saying to yourself, I feel human. And just sit with that and try to understand what's coming up for me. Why is this hard for me to sit with? And what can I do to productively cope with this? So I'm not running from it. I'm understanding it and moving through it.
I'm not going to sit here and have you feed me this bologna when I don't like bologna.
Here are some of the really important things I learned after graduate school about therapy for men. His depression is likely going to show up physically, but if you dig beneath the surface, you're probably going to find shame. He's likely not going to call it shame, so I need to name that feeling for him. His sleep has been so jacked up for so long that he doesn't even know what a good night's sleep is anymore. He tells me his sleep is fine. I'm going to explore that a little bit further. If he's not a vet, sometimes even if he is, he's not calling it trauma until I do. He's not going to bring up any sort of body image or eating issues naturally, so I need to explore that really directly and normalize for him that these things are common in guys. When his thoughts get negative, when it gets kind of dark up there, those thoughts are way darker and far more frequent than he's admitting to me. If he is really depressed and maybe has some not so healthy coping mechanisms, those are the things that might be keeping him alive right now. He's probably not coming into my office naming a diagnosis. So what do I look for instead? If he's depressed, apathy and anger. If he's anxious, hypervigilance and anger. And if he's got a shit ton of trauma, he's fine. It could have been worse. And he's angry. Regardless what he's coming in to talk to me about, as hard as it might have been, as much pain as I might hear, as much as I might feel such depths of compassion for how much he's endured, he's going to tell me people have it so much worse. And I'm going to tell him, you know what? That's probably true, but it doesn't mean you don't deserve to be here in my office today.
You got a guy in the comments that says, I don't have I don't have sleep issues watching this at 3 a.m. in the morning. I'm sorry guys, 3 a.m. I don't have to tack on the morning there. It is morning time. Somebody says calling out my sleep was a little too on the nose and uncalled for. And really this showcases that men are they're not against, people talking to them and calling them out and saying, hey man, you got to get it together. Hey man, you got to go to therapy. It's the way in which modern women handle men today in a very disrespectful manner that has men, really opting out of talking to women in general.
Therapists, I'm talking to you. If you are seeing men who are coming to therapy for the first time, he's the farmer in the ER. Now, for any of you who are not familiar with this, who's the farmer in the ER? Well, usually he's not at the ER because fuck that, right? The farmer's got it. He's going to finish his shift, whatever. He's got a nail in his foot. He got a concussion because he banged his head. He fell off the tractor, ran over his arm. Was it his non-dominant hand? He's fine. But when the farmer shows up, All the doctors stand at attention, the nurses are all on board, we've got the crash cart because shit's going down. The reality is the farmer doesn't show up to the ER unless it is an absolute emergency. The same goes for those guys walking into your office. You are not his first stop. The likelihood is that you may be what he's considering his last stop. I know I'm generalizing here, and I know not every guy is coming to therapy because he's tried everything else and this is the end of his rope, but enough of them are that I believe as therapists, we should be treating it with the utmost respect and caution. What does that mean? Don't fuck it up. Does that feel like a lot of pressure? Yeah, it should. That's on us. It's our job to make sure he's walking into our office and getting the support from us, the solutions from us, the direction and hope from us that he needs to last another day. The role we may play in his life, in his family's future, is really important. So let's show up for him. Let's make sure he knows that we're there to help him. Let's make sure he knows he matters. You make sure that guy knows that you give a shit. Let's make sure that farmer is damn glad he came to the ER today. I listened to the feedback and I heard you loud and clear. My directory previously was helpful, but could have been a lot more helpful. Now it is. My directory of therapists for men, which for the past few years has just been a spreadsheet of names and locations, is now a beautiful user-friendly database. You can search by location, specialization, you can search by gender of the therapist you want to work with, you can search by insurance, you can then pull up a beautiful profile of all of the therapists that meet those criteria with a picture and a bio and all the different ways that you can reach out and contact them. I strongly encourage you to take a look. The first link that you're going to find in my link in bio. I want the directory to be easy for you to find, and I want it to be easy for you to use, because the hardest part of this process should not be finding the right person to talk to. And if you reach out to anyone on that list, as always, tell them Dr. Audra sent you.
Most men would rather get a root canal than sit on a therapist's couch for an hour. I'm a licensed mental health counselor, and I'll be the first to admit the traditional office environment can be a massive barrier. For a lot of guys, sitting down face to face feels like an interrogation. So I changed the environment. I still provide high-level mental counseling. I just do it here while we golf. It's comfortable, it's effective, and it's how men actually talk and grow. If you have a man in your life who needs this, or if you are that man, let's get off the couch and onto the simulator.
As a therapist for men, I think one of the most critical parts of my job is helping men come back to life. And what I see a lot of men do when they're in pain is cope in one of two ways. You withdraw, isolate, really shut down how much you're even showing up in your life, or you're showing up technically, but you are hiding in plain sight. You're wearing a mask. You are not really living totally authentically. You're going through the motions. Neither of these feel like much of a life. Neither of these options feel fulfilling. It is possible to come back to life. You have to learn to improve that relationship with yourself. So you actually want that guy to live, not just to exist, to live. But in order to do that, you have to believe that guy is worthy, that guy deserves love, that guy is enough. This is where I think therapy or coaching, support from other men can be so valuable, because when we sit with someone else who reflects back to us the fact that maybe we are worth a damn, well, that's new, right? If this person, maybe a friend, maybe a therapist, maybe a coach, maybe a mentor, thinks I'm worth something, is it possible that I could believe I'm worth something? Once you start believing that you are worth something, you get to start living your life again. I would argue even just having the working hypothesis that maybe I am worth a damn allows you to start living. I'll often tell my clients that you don't feel like you're enough, you don't feel like you're worthy, but are you giving yourself a chance to even test out that hypothesis? Is the mask so prominent that you're not even sure anymore where the mask ends and you begin? You can start living again. And it's within you. That's the good news, right? You deserve to come back to life.
A lot of men, like I say a lot of times, they need encouraging, like you kind of talked about in some other stuff, some of your other clips. You have a society that doesn't make men feel very safe at all, at all. And so men withdraw and they retreat. And so, I don't think a lot of men really believe that isolation is the answer, but it's a form of protection, because when I'm isolated, I'm usually, say for instance, up in the mountain somewhere, right? So when you're coming up the mountain, it takes a little while to get up here, and I can see you coming up here. So I have time to defend myself. And I say that and relate it to modern dating in society. When a man retreats, he's going to get to a place to where he's going to make it difficult for you to get to him. Men do this with their emotions a lot. And so when he sees you trying to come up that hill, and he going to know, oh, wait a minute, you say you coming up here with good intentions. Why do you got that piece on your side? You know what I mean? Well, I need protection. Yeah, but this hill, this mountain doesn't require that type of protection. You must be coming up here to do me some harm. You must be coming up here for something, to take something from me. You understand what I'm saying? And so being able to, say, hey man, you don't have to, I know you about to isolate. You don't have to go all the way up on that mountain. Just go up the hill a little bit. Just go up the road a little bit so I can reach it, so I can come get you. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? And so having women speak out in favor of men like this lets men know, hey, maybe I ain't got to go up on the mountain. Maybe I can go down the street, and if somebody needs to reach me and get a hold of me, they can. They ain't got to, come trekking up a mountain.
I'm a therapist for men, and these are some of the rules that I break regularly as a therapist. I will curse first. A lot of therapists wait for their clients to swear before they will. I swear as a part of my regular vocabulary, and so if you don't like that, I'm probably not a good therapist for you. I also want to make sure that you know that you can speak freely and openly and unfiltered in the room with me. I don't speak with an overly regulated or soft tone of voice to make sure that you feel emotionally tended to. Fuck that. No, I'm gonna speak like I speak, because I know that you guys can smell that bullshit from a mile away. And if I'm not showing up as myself, then why the hell would you? On that same note, I ask my clients the question, why? This may seem crazy, but a lot of therapists have been taught in graduate school never to ask the question, why? It's suggested that maybe it seems judgmental, or we need to couch it, we need to deliver our curiosity in a different package. But the reality is, I ask why as a human being, and I actually think it's a pretty legitimate question to ask a lot of the times. Now, I don't ask it like an asshole. I ask it out of curiosity. I also use a lot of self-disclosure in my session. I think it's really important that you know I'm a flawed individual just like you. So I'll talk about my experiences in therapy as a client. I'll even talk to clients about the fact that I take medication to help me manage my anxiety. I will share about some of my struggles. I will relate to childhood experiences that maybe resonate for my client. I will bring things into the room that help my clients know me, because I believe that is critically important for my male clients to be able to trust me and bring themselves honestly into therapy. Relatedly, I will answer questions about myself that my clients ask. I will never, ever respond to a client who's asked me a question by first saying, "Can you tell me where that question may be coming from?" Who talks like that? Who talks like that? Here's the thing, when we treat our clients like humans, they treat us like humans. So 99% of the time, if a client has a question they'd like to ask of me, they preface it with, "Now, I know I'm not really supposed to ask you questions about yourself, and I totally get it if you might not answer this." Clients get that. We still may explore like why that question, and knowing these things about me might feel valuable for them. But again, I'm going to break this rule of immediately putting a wall up when a client asks me a question. I don't offer my clients any seat in the room. I have a couch. It's very comfortable, and it's just for them. I have my chair. It's just for me. This is something some therapists will do. They'll walk a client into their office for the first time and say, "Have a seat wherever you'd like. Have a seat wherever you're most comfortable." I actually think that's awkward. I actually think that would make me feel more anxious as a client. Tell me where to sit. Where the fuck am I supposed to sit? I know you, therapist, have a seat that you would like to sit in, so please
please just tell me where to sit. And a rule that I break all the time is I tell my clients that I'm proud of them when I'm proud of them. This may be confusing to those that aren't therapists. Like, why wouldn't you tell a client when you're proud of them? Some therapists come from a place of believing that I shouldn't be the one proud of you. If anything, I should reflect, like, does that make you proud of yourself? It's a little bit like we're being taught to raise our kids, right? Like, I shouldn't tell my daughter, like, good job, that's great, I'm so proud of you. It's, aren't you proud of yourself? Look at how much you've learned. Don't you feel really capable? I don't talk that way. If I'm genuinely proud of someone, I believe that they deserve to know. Again, this is me bringing honesty into the room. I don't think it's harmful. I don't think this fosters dependency in my clients. We live in a world that is relational and social. And so it seems like it should be part of my responsibility to interact with my clients in a way that feels really genuine.
This is exactly it. This is really, really good. This is exactly it. Men know and they can feel. I know a lot of people like to say that men aren't intuitive and men don't know a lot. Men, they're not emotionally intelligent. They don't know how to connect with people, but they actually do. They actually do. It's just that a lot of times people like to make men communicate in the way that they want to communicate. Modern women specifically like to try to make men communicate in the way that they want a man to communicate. Say the words I want you to say. Use the tone that I want you to use. The pace, the cadence, the exact words, the exact phrases that I would use, the exact motions, clock it. Use all of that so I can know that you're healed. When really it's just, I'm not communicating how you want me to communicate, so you think that I'm still broken.
A bunch of my followers tagged me in this creator's video, which was a reply video to a different video she had go viral. So Dr. Audra here. For those who haven't seen the original video, she and a group of friends were trying to plan a birthday party for one of the guys in the group who was like pretty adamantly opposed to this. Like, did not want to celebrate his birthday, didn't want to go out, didn't want to make a thing of it. Like, no thank you. So she came to TikTok and said, what's going on? And men in the thousands came out to answer her. There were a series of responses. Some things like, my birthday was the day my trauma started. No, thank you. I don't want to relive that. It's just a day that I'll be disappointed because people won't actually show up and offer me the support and care and affection that I'm looking for. But in this reply video where I'm being tagged, she was stating how an alarming number of men were saying, like, no, I don't celebrate my birthday because I'm not narcissistic. I'm not self-centered. I'm not materialistic. And she was like, WTF, where is this coming from? Why do they think it's self-centered to celebrate their birthday? Like, what? In the video, she explicitly says, like, is there a psychologist in America who could explain this to me? And like, hello, here I am. I will say my number one response to like what's going on is in the comments. It is powerful when we actually listen to men and we hear their experience and we don't try to overanalyze it. We don't try to make sense of it like through a women's lens, but we just take it for what it is and realize, like, damn, if that is your conclusion, then clearly you've had experiences that have reinforced this, and you've had people who have told you this, and you've been taught that this is true. Instead of trying to change that, like, let's just take that in and realize, like, wow, maybe the things that men are being taught and told and expected to be are different than what they are for women. But the other big thing that came up for me that I wanted to share was an experience that I've had as a therapist working with men. I think women may be surprised to know how many men sit in my office sharing their struggles, sharing their insecurities, sharing their shame, sharing their fears of not being good enough for the people in their lives. And then they look at me and they say, oh God, am I a narcissist? Like, I'm so caught up in myself. Am I a narcissist? That is not narcissist. The reality is I think so many men feel trapped in their own experiences, trapped in their shame, trapped in this self-doubt. They fear the judgment. They fear not being good enough. They fear they're unlovable. They believe they're unlovable. They believe they are unworthy. So now there's a day to celebrate you. When so many of these men are fearful that they are not even offering the bare minimum of what they think is expected of them for their families. But now these same men are going to be expected to show up and say, yay me, let's celebrate. Just doesn't fit. It doesn't fit with how so many men view themselves and how so many men view what they are worthy of. Men in my office and men here on social media always have a strong reaction when I use the word deserve. You deserve love. You deserve support. You deserve therapy. I didn't deserve that. I didn't earn that. I don't know. No, I don't deserve that. So why would we think they deserve a birthday party?
You know, a guy in the comments said men are telling everyone on TikTok how we actually feel. It's just largely being ignored or dismissed. The other guy says she heard us, but she wasn't listening because it wasn't the answer she liked. And that's exactly what it comes down to in a lot of these situations, is that men will tell you, and I'm thinking about a clip, I'll probably put it in one of my compilations, where a woman sits down and she immediately falls off the patio. And the caption there is, "My husband never even helped me." And you kind of pan over to the husband, and the husband just kind of sitting there looking like, and the look on his face, darn near every man in the comments already knew what that look meant. It means, I'm not helping you because I've been telling you for the past hour, you're about to get yourself in trouble. And you decided you didn't want to listen and you wanted to do it for the plot, and you did what you want to do anyway. And so when I don't help you, you get mad because I don't help you, but you weren't listening to me. You wanted to do what you wanted to do. And surprise, surprise, this is the thing that happens a lot in society to men. Men tell people left and right, modern women, hey, listen, this was going to happen. And then when it actually happens, and men are just sitting there like, I told you that was going to happen. Why'd you go out there and do that? Modern women get upset with men and they say they're not real men because a real man would. But a real person, a smart person, a wise person would have listened.
So I'm a therapist for men, and I've been doing this work for about 10 years now. And a lot of women, therapist or not, are super surprised when they hear it. And they're curious, like, what is that like? Is it tough work? Is it hard to empathize with men? They seem surprised that men are going to therapy. They seem shocked when I tell them the sort of work that I do that's focused on emotions and relationships, and that men are in therapy because they actually want to be working on these things. Like, nobody's forcing them to be there. One of my favorite ways to react to like shock or surprise is in a really nonchalant way, as if it's like obvious, like, well, yeah, of course men want to come to therapy. And yeah, of course they want to do the same work that you're doing in your therapy. I actually think it's a way that I cut through people's defenses around it a little bit by just being so casual and saying things like, well, yeah, I do this work because I actually relate to a lot of things my clients are going through. I'll be honest, sometimes I get a little bit more fired up and defensive on behalf of y'all and my clients. But generally, I'm just out here trying to normalize it and speak to how common it is, speak to how many men are in my DMs every single day on social media looking for a therapist, how often people are using my directory of therapists for men. I also think there might be something really effective about treating this as if it is not a thing to be shocked by. You know, if I'm not reactive, maybe other people will be less reactive. If I'm not reactive, maybe other people will be more likely to have these casual conversations with people in their life. If I don't gasp at your shock, and if anything, I treat it like I'm confused why you would be shocked, I think that disarms people a little bit, and I think it helps us have these conversations more productively. So this is my commitment to continue showing up here and talking about these things until people aren't quite as shocked to hear what I do. And until people aren't shocked to hear what it's like to work with men, until people aren't shocked to know that I have very easy access to empathy for men, until people aren't shocked that men are really motivated to work on themselves and to be emotionally deep and connected with other people. My 2 cents for the day.
Well, a lot of these ladies, they're shocked because men don't talk about it, and men don't talk to them about it. Does that make sense? So, you'll have a man that will be, men do a lot of stuff. That's why you have a whole bunch of self-help books. That's why it's a thing for women to say, read something other than a self-help book, sorry, because men are reading those things. They're listening to those types of podcasts, trying to figure out, oh, how do I get better? Well, I want you to read something fiction or something that, widens your imagination. That's another attempt at them to try to get men to do what they want men to do. Be how I want you to be. Act like I want you to act. Man is like, well, I can do it on my own terms. And as soon as you have a therapist like yourself that allows a man to be who he is and doesn't attack him, calls him out on his BS, but says, hey, here's how you can fix that. Men know how to, men can take that. What they can't take is disrespect. And that's what modern women give a lot of men. So that's why they don't know what a man is doing, because a man don't tell them. A man just goes ahead and say, oh, I ain't gonna talk to you, and goes the other way. When somebody approaches him and says, hey man, why don't you go ahead and talk to me about that? Man, I'm not talking about that. Well, I'm serious, man, come on. All right, well, I'm doing this and this. Okay, well, here's how you can fix that. Hey man, I appreciate that. I got value from it. Thank you so much. All right. That man is going to seek you out. He's going to find you again. And you guys are going to be friends if you don't have a professional relationship. You guys are going to be, hey man, I just go hang out with Joe, or I go hang out with Katie because, man, she really listened to me, this and that. Right? But a lot of times modern women, like we say all the time, modern women are not emotionally intelligent. They're not emotionally stable. They're none of that. Right? And so a lot of times they're going to sit up here and try to blame a man for not being in therapy, when, like you're talking about, a man is in therapy. He's just not telling you because I don't want to hear none of your opinions.